God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I get motion to approve the minutes from the May 12th, 2026 meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good. Any changes to the personnel recommendations?
Nope, what you see is what it is, and then.
Do you have any questions? All right, can I get a motion to approve the personnel recommendations as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Financial reports.
Yeah, so I told you about this last month, but the financials for this month were going to be very much higher. One, just because there was a little bit of a longer gap, not much, between May's meeting and this meeting. But the other reason being, you have a lot of your lease rental payments, Apple payments that.
Thought I had it all on pardon me. Thought I had it all on mute.
Anyway, so that's what makes this one be so high. June is always high, December is always high. So you have your U.S. Bank lease rental 21, and then the new Geo Bond 24 that we got in 2024. Got some lease payments to Apple there, Ivy Tech for our dual math courses, and Knox there, our special ed split 2 months opposed to 1 month. That's really going to raise it up there. And then we had our first pay app with Larson Danielson for the science labs. So pay app number 1, pay app number 2 will be coming to here real soon. That'll be next month. But for the most part, that's why you see such an inflation for your financials. And then heads up, you won't see this probably till August, but July is a 3 pay period month. So again, we'll see some inflation there on financials.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the payroll and vendor claims in the amount of $2,219,594.16?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right. On A, then, we're going to pull the superintendent contract and table that. So can I get a motion to approve administrative salaries, contracts?
Just a point of clarification. Are we gonna approve the salary for the superintendent in that group? Or is that part of this contract? I don't know if that is.
We're pulling all of the superintendent contract and salaries out. We'll take care of that next month.
Okay.
After everybody has the time to look that contract over.
Right, but just how it's presented in the packet is it's always presented,
As a
the
group.
admin are always presented as a group. And so on that paper, your guys' board signatures are signed on my sheet as a group. Because that tells the auditors that, Brian's making this much, he's getting paid this much. Kelly's making this much, he's getting paid this much. They don't take effect till July 1, so you can table the superintendent's contract that you're working on, but just know that the salary that's in there is on that sheet that is with the other admin.
That's clarification.
So, in operation, in actuality, nothing's gonna change for me until, but just for his record keeping.
Correct.
The base salary agreed to would be all that you'd be signing to, since you've already agreed to that in principle anyhow, verbally. But this contract, if we don't have it perfectly correct until September, that's fine. nothing's gonna change on my pay or anything until we have that done.
Yes.
And then Sherry's gonna have to do the calculations to back up to July 1,
Yep.
whenever we get that all buttoned up.
Because the administrative contracts are from July 1, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Everybody.
So if we approve the salary, then we should be okay on July 1 for you. Understand that
If you're
the contract
okay.
isn't nailed
Right,
down,
right.
but the salary increase would be okay. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
That just makes it much easier for Dalton and Sherry to do their,
Okay,
From a financial standpoint.
yeah.
So action A, I'm looking for a motion to approve everything except we'll table his contract.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
And
full,
then that'll be on the agenda for the July meeting.
there we go.
Okay. So I'm not gonna repeat all that again.
No.
I get a motion for what I just said.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of non-certified salaries and director contracts.
Yeah, so this is just all of your directors that aren't admin. Again, this is an every year June thing. So we have all your directors. And then we have a few of our salary non-certs that aren't admin or directors or teachers. We have a handful of those here. And so those fall in this category as well. And those new salaries and everything are all in your packet, so.
All right. Can I get a motion for the approval of the non-certified salaries and director contracts?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Non-certified and bus driver pay schedule.
Yeah, so, you see in there, and that's how we've had the new, hourly, non-certified staff pay schedule. It's a 3% raise, this year, and so a 3% gets hit to all of those figures in there, all of the different tiers. And then I wanna point out that for the last 3 years, up to this one right now, we've been very fortunate on the raises we've been able to give. And so we've fallen in the 5 to 7% the last 3 years up to now. So last year was 5, the year before that, I'm pretty sure it was 5, and then the year before that was the 7. So we have been able to, in the last 3 to 4 years, I would even say 5 years, get our hourly pay up to a very competitive wage for aides, custodians, all hourly staff. And then the other big thing, bus drivers kind of fall on this too. So we, you see it a little bit different there on your pay schedule, but they're kind of going to a salary position based off a daily rate. And so that's why you see starting pay is $97 a day, but equated out is $17,460 salary. And so it's still based on that years of experience, 0 to 10 plus, but then just equated out to salary for them on a 180-day basis, because that's what bus drivers work.
Based upon the number of substitute teachers we staff,
Mhm.
how is the, if you will, the attendance rate of the bus drivers? I'm assuming it must be better, nothing personal, but than the teachers, but.
It is.
Okay.
Our bus driver's attendance rate is really good.
Yeah, but the reason being, if they're on salary, that means you get paid. So I'm just curious about that.
Right.
So let me explain the salary. So putting them on salary, here's the benefit to them. This year's increase in that bus driver pot of money is a little more pedestrian than it's been in the past. But at the same time, what we're doing with this salary is protecting them against Mother Nature. We're making them whole for an e-learning day. If we get a big snowstorm and we're out 3 days of school that week, in the past, their 2-week paycheck would have a 3-day gap. They don't get paid.
Yeah.
We're saying we've budgeted for that now, going forward, we're gonna make them whole. They still have 2 benefit days, so if they make a doctor's appointment, they have 2 benefit days, plus whatever Mother Nature might provide them. And so the CDL driver is still very important to us, and we've really done a good job of building that cushion. Jim's been running some good recruiting, getting some more people trained in the pipeline, but it's still a fight for those CDL drivers too. So we felt it was time to give that benefit, make them whole, and now they can stretch that, we'll use that 17,460, that can be stretched out for 26 pays. They loved that,
Yeah,
so,
that was the other thing, it's like,
yeah.
before they were only paid, it was like 20 pays, 22 pays, because they're only getting paid for when they're working.
Right.
But now this allows, like Kelly said, stretches it out to 26 pays, so they're getting paid over summer when, they're not normally getting paid. So now they can kind of
They
budget.
can make their budgets,
Yeah.
they can rely on it,
Have
they
money
know
in.
what's coming in every 2 weeks.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, can I get a motion for the approval of non-certified and bus driver pay schedule?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 2627 Administrative Employee Handbook.
Yeah, also simply date change, no changes to the administrative employee handbook.
Questions?
Is it formal procedure, do I have to go through a first read on that thing, or that's not necessary at this time?
It's not necessary.
Okay.
In an instance where we made, like major changes, then yeah, but
Nothing.
like you said, just date changes, just to make sure it's updated.
Very good.
I get a motion to approve the 2627 Administrative Employee Handbook.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 2627 Certified Staff Handbook.
Also, no changes were needed this year, so that's just a date change, 2627.
I get a motion for the approval of the 2627 Certified Staff Handbook.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Perfect, thank you.
2627 School Bus Drivers Manual.
So basically, I just outlined the only change to that handbook was the salary pay. So, do you have any questions or thoughts on that? Okay.
I get a motion to approve the 2627 School Bus Drivers Manual.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 2627 Elementary School Student Handbook.
Up and down, I think all 3 of them sent, I gave you the Cliff Note versions, if there were changes or updates, I believe.
They were highlighted.
They're highlighted, yeah, whatever format they used to shine a light on changes.
I think red for deletions and yellow or blue. I can't remember the colors, but there were 2 different colors.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the 2627 Elementary School Student Handbook?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 2627 Middle School Student Handbook. Anything change there? Listen,
Well, I
Oh, no,
think
that's Andy, sorry.
the only stuff, the only big updates would be a little more adherence on the technology, the cell phone having to be put away. So I think they might have shored that up in each one of their
And
books.
how many days you can miss a semester that are,
You're right, countywide, we did we shaved off a couple of the, for lack of a better term, excused freebie days. We thought that was a bit too much, so all 3 county schools are pushing that down a little bit more stringent. So that change was reflected in these handbooks as well.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the 26-27 middle school student handbook?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 26-27 high school student handbook.
Same applies for the high school handbook.
Get a motion to approve the 26-27 high school student handbook.
I'll make the motion.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 26-27 middle school athletic handbook.
I think basically this was just a kind of separating out between the two now that it's middle school and high school instead of it was pretty much together.
You get a motion to approve the 26-27 middle school athletic handbook.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 26-27 high school athletic handbook. Get a motion to approve it.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Lunch price proposals.
Okay, it's a little bit harder to see up there on the screen, but it was in your packet there that I put together. So we do this every year, and we have here at NJSP, we haven't raised prices a whole lot the last few years. We haven't really needed to, but kind of with that being said, we sat down with both Nancy Ford, Nancy Hubbard, myself and Kelly, and looked at a lot of things, you know, what other schools in the area are charging for students, and the biggest factor is the cost of food, and that is something that has gone up tremendously, and you can ask Nancy Ford. I mean, she said it before I could in our meeting that, you know, our high school bills used to be this much and now they're this much. I mean, they're $2,000 to $3,000 more than they were last year, year before. So food prices continue to increase. So we have increased our prices for both breakfast and lunch. But with that being said, even though we've increased, we are not far off. We are right there with the other schools in the surrounding areas. And so elementary breakfast, $2. Secondary breakfast, $2, both the same. Elementary lunch, $2.90. Secondary lunch, $3.10. And then adult breakfast, $2.50. Adult lunch, $5. So each went up a little bit. Actually, I mean, I can tell you they went up about 35 cents each is what we increased. So, but when you look at other schools and what they charge, we're right there with them.
I know about a year ago, we were looking at this free lunch thing.
Yeah.
And if I recall correctly, I thought I heard some schools were having some problems with that. What's the status on that?
Free lunch ain't so free.
Yeah. So a couple have already, after 1 year, reversed course.
Yes.
And gone away from that. Plymouth's one and Knox is one
Okay,
that we know of here locally.
okay.
They did, everybody ate free for a year, and the food service fund is, yes.
Took a hit. So,
Yeah.
and that's, and if you remember, when that was a talk, that was our concern.
Yeah.
For us and why we didn't do it, because we just felt like our food service fund would not do well. And it already takes a hit now just because of costs going up, but, yeah, they're finding out that it wasn't, the best for their school, basically. And there has been other schools that, you know,
Yeah.
it's worked out for,
Yeah.
but Knox Plymouth, like we said, yeah, it just didn't work out for him.
Okay, so can I get a motion for the approval of the lunch price proposals?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution in support of military families.
This is simply something that Angie needs for the middle school to start a program there, the Purple Star School. It's a nationally recognized program. Did the resolution come in your packet?
Yeah.
Okay, you did get a copy of that. And so that's just something that is part of that process to get certified as a Purple Star School.
All right, can I get a motion for the approval of the resolution in support of military families?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Superintendent's report.
We do have, one discussion item, and we didn't get it put on here, we forgot, but, so before we get to superintendent's report, so we need to set our July reorganization meeting. Do this every year, just where obviously the board reorganizes and we approve a couple other things. Has to be done before the 10th, I believe. And it's up to you guys. So I put some potential dates, 6th, 7th, 8th. It's kind of usually that time frame that we do it, after 4th of July, but before the 10th. And it can be morning or evening, it's whatever fits best for you guys.
Whatever's easiest. I'm flexible. Dalton's gonna be gone.
Yes,
He's gonna be unavailable at those times.
I will be unavailable.
But, I can be flexible any of those 3 days to whatever works for your schedules. It's gonna be less than 10 minutes,
Right.
is what we need. But it's one of those that.
Does the 6th work for anybody?
I'm gonna be out that week too,
The whole week?
whole week,
Okay.
sorry.
You?
I am having hip surgery on July 1st. I could try to be here, evening would be better for me in that case, because my husband can help me around. Morning is difficult for us. But, I'm not sure.
Can you make it? The
Yes.
6th in the evening? We'll try the
The
evening.
6th?
Yeah, Monday the
6th.
6th.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. That'll work, yes.
So if Sheila can't, then we're gonna have to have Cameron.
Yeah, you at least need 3.
We'll have to have 3.
I may be in bad shape, but I'll try to make it.
Well, I mean,
6 o'clock?
we could Zoom in too, couldn't we, for that?
Oh, I don't know.
Can't we? I think we can.
I mean, I need to move around and it's fine,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but I'm just
Okay.
saying, I'm not at my best.
How late? How late in the evening, like, you wanna do or afternoon?
Whatever's convenient for you guys.
Well, Sunday's retired.
Sonny's flexible.
That's the last day of my vacation. I go back to work on the 7th, so
Okay,
I'm flexible.
so
I'm out.
He's out of
Gone
town.
the whole week.
Yeah,
you're out, gone the whole week, so
So it's just gonna depend on,
it depends on Cameron. So, I would say what, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever's,
The late.
whatever he
Yeah,
works,
yeah.
unless he's on vacation, I don't know.
5 o'clock?
5,
I work.
5 probably gives
July
Cameron a
6th.
chance of making it.
July 6th at 5, that's,
6th at 5. Yeah, it'd be tough.
so you have her send us out a reminder, maybe like Friday,
We sure will. Yep.
or you guys
Yeah.
won't be here, that's the 3rd.
We'll text you guys too.
That's
Yeah.
it. We'll get the reminder on. And if Cameron, I guess if you check with Cameron and he can't, we can always move it, but time-wise.
All right, now we're to the superintendent's report.
Pretty straightforward stuff. I know some of you have work schedules and grandkids graduating and other items, but so not everybody was able to make it. Weather cooperated great. We had a great graduation ceremony. Mr. Workus does a fantastic job with that. Yesterday I walked through, I believe you did yesterday or this morning?
No, I did it was a day last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our science renovations, they're pretty much at the point where everything's torn out. You can see up the walls into the ceiling, and so the tear out component is about done. And you got electricians now going in, and the different phases are started there. So the high school office this summer is having to find kind of a dust-free zone to do some office work. But that's on schedule, going well. Track update, they are actually starting sooner than we had recently heard.
Yes.
I think their dumpsters are,
Yeah, they brought dumpsters today, there at the north end, and so the plan is for them to start milling off
yeah,
the top and everything here this week, probably storm dependent, but, this week, and then get it laid next week, ish, but then Leslie Coating, it'll be a little bit of time before Leslie Coating comes in to do the very top, so.
yeah, you'll see a lot of activity for the next couple of weeks going on the track. And then there'll be a lull before that top, the actual finished product gets done. And then I just had an answer to a question from last meeting. We had talked a little bit about this educational foundation idea, and I believe Sonny had asked me, who else in the area? Because I'd only been talking about the one school down south. And so I looked and saw that Valpo and Duneland, of course, the big schools, but then South Central has had one since 2018. Kankakee Valley started in 21. Triton has one, and John Glenn started in 2016. So I just wanted to get the answer on that question that we do have. And they all do have sites that are reachable through the school website. And then it just explains that it's a separate entity and that sort of thing. So just wanted to get you the update on that.
Yeah, and in actuality, that has nothing to do with us.
It doesn't.
because-
It doesn't. You can just
Whether
get
they-
to it through a website and,
Yeah.
right. It
Because
has
whether it's founded here or not
Right,
isn't dependent upon us.
right.
I would point out, however, if you expect people who already give money to our school that's not endowed, money that they give annually because of whatever, and you're seeking to start an endowment fund, the payout to those people who annually get X amount of dollars will not reach what they had before. Just be aware of that.
Not early, right. No, I agree.
No.
You're right.
Probably never.
Depends, but I mean, that possibility exists.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Anything under old business? Yes, I do have some. This new system that we approved, where are we at with that?
Carly's had a training session
Yeah, she's working with
and
the people, to get kind of trained and get updated on that. I think, and she'll correct me on Thursday if I'm wrong, but I think July is when we're hoping to maybe not unroll it for the July meeting, but start getting you guys trained and get
Yeah.
everything kind of up to speed. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, and so then maybe hopefully start utilizing it in August. So.
yeah, so a little cleaner technology solutions coming for us.
Very good. Anybody else have anything? Mr. Gapley, you have anything?
Not right now.
Very good. All right, we get a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned, meeting adjourned, sorry.
I thought this would be longer. So let's wait till Rich, this agenda's 2 pages long, don't expect to see me already at 9 o'clock.
Now we've got a rhythm